Yoshi, hello! Yay, you're here. Hope you're doing well. Tonight's the night. We finished the Green Monster Energy route, so here we go. I'm so glad you're here. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Having a good day, waiting for that maintenance to finish up from 11 Deep Space. That caught me midday, and I was like, no! Leave me be! Yay! Okay. It is done. Yay! Nice, nice, nice. Awesome. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, here we go. Alright, last we left off, we found our boyfriendo is not full dead. Not full dead. He's just like us. But he wants to make sure that crazy girl can never find him ever again, and he wants to make sure his friend passes over. So, which is sweet. It's very, very sweet how he cares about Senna. So, all right. So that's where we're at. Green Yoshi, you're sad? Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Gosh, see, I don't know too much about the portfolio world, so I'm guessing that is it that you just cannot even access the things that you made previously? Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like you have the original file, but there's nothing that displays it, so you can't even take a screenshot or anything. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. What did ChatGPT say? Did ChatGPT have any solutions? Yeah. Oh. What else can? It's like. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh man. I wonder if you. I mean, because Adobe still exists, so. Right. So I wonder if they have sometimes they do free deprecated downgraded systems. Mochi, no ma'am. So I wonder if you just have to get an old machine that's not connected to the yeah. Mochi, boop. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Mochi says hi. It's okay. Thank you. It's okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, cause I remember getting an Adobe Photoshop that was gosh, it was 6 iterations behind, and I was like, but it was it's yeah, you can have this for free, but it's good luck having a machine that is able to use it, and it just chugged so hard. So hey, Mochi, 1 second, let me get Mochi all sorted. No, ma'am. Ma'am. You wanna go down here? Go lay down. Thank you. No, ma'am. You gotta be good. No, don't yell at me, Mochi. Okay. Okay. Give me your donut. Give me that donut. Okay, you can I'll take the witch's hat. That's fine. She's got little toys here. This is supposed to be on her head. It's a little witch's hat that has a strap so she could put on her head. I had her for that for 2 Halloweens ago, but she wants to use it as a toy. How can I deny it? Hey. I did get really good news, Green Yoshi, about Mochi. She because we had gone to the vet on Thursday. Her blood work looked good, but they still had to send in some of her GI labs, and those came back really good. And she does not have any kind of pancreatitis or anything. So yeah. So she's already made this big turnaround with the food change already. So happy for that. Happy for that. Alrighty. Yeah. And like I said, this is the finale tonight for Koyo. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm looking forward to all your pulls. I thought I had been saving up a lot of gems, and then you told me like how many you were gonna get, and I was like, oh, I don't have that. I think I've got about half that. I've got like 40 something pulls, which is okay by me. So, all right. I closed my eyes and prayed. Please let me return to my body. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't. Like, Caleb's he's so good looking. I mean, they're all good looking, but Caleb's so good looking. So I'm very excited too. Yeah. Mochi, can I put this hat on you? No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. No, don't rip this hat. All right. Please let me return to my body. I tried hard to imagine my body sleeping in the hospital room. I breathed in deeply and slowly, opened my eyes. I'm sure if I open my eyes now, the first thing I see will be the ceiling of a hospital room. Oops. Okay, maybe not. I did not click my heels together or something. Okay. I was really trying, though. I tried wishing and praying to make it happen, but it seems like getting back to my body wouldn't be so simple after all. Right. I've been thinking, maybe I should try and sleep? I wrote that down on the paper, and Koyo merely stared at it.
また悪魔が出てきたらどうするわけ？絶対にダメ。寝かせないから。お二人とも無事で何よりです。
Along with the sound of footsteps, I heard a voice and turned to face it. Raphael. Raphael. That's what we'll call Raphael, because he is the warder of hell here. Seiya was standing there with a tired, bitter smile on his face.
せいやさん、お疲れ様。助けてくれてありがとう。で、あの悪魔どうなった？
Yeah. Thanks, Green Yoshi.
釘を刺しておいたので、すぐには動けないと思いますが、悪魔は執念深いですからね。あれで完全に諦めたかというと、かなり怪しいかと。申し訳ありません。
Seiya bowed his head low to me. He seemed to be more upset than I was. After all, this whole thing had been my fault for leaving the center on my own.
あなたの苦しみは理解しています。なんとかしようとする姿勢は褒めて差し上げたいくらいです。あなたの強さが私には羨ましいのですよ。
Huh? When he said that, for a moment, Seiya's face darkened. I blinked and his usual mysterious smile returned.
よく頑張りましたね。
Hearing him say that to me, I was again filled with regret for the trouble I'd caused.
それで、あなた方は何をしていたのです？
こいつをどうにか目覚めさせられないかって考えてたとこ。まあ、うまくいってないんだけど。
簡単なことです。まだ目覚めたくないのでしょう。紅葉さんが心配で。ね。
そうなの？
Worried that he might be upset, I let my gaze wander away from him.
なら仕方ないか。一緒にうつしおへ帰ろう。今度こそ俺が守るから。
Even though he's doing it for me, I worried that I was causing him nothing but trouble and felt a heavy weight on my heart.
そう落ち込まなくていいのですよ。紅葉さんは喜んでいるのですから。
Huh?
あんた、うざいんだけど。
どうです？当たっているから否定しないでしょ。
Seiya's so cheeky and then Raphael is so cheeky. Seiya looked at Koyo as he said that. Koyo, I wonder, was he really happy? He spoke so clearly and firmly to me to go back to my body. Koyo must think I'm such a bother to him, right?
あんたのことは守るから不安に思わなくていい。
Perhaps because of his perpetually gloomy expression, I seem to have misread him. Then Seiya quickly put an end to our conversation with the clap of his hands.
では改めて確認しましょう。我々としては安全確保のために三角麗華を捕らえるまではとどまってほしかったのですが、あえてうつしおに戻るということでよろしいですね。
I stole a glance at Koyo and nodded.
ではうつしおに案内しましょう。あなた方の電車は停車したままになっています。本来であればここにいない人間ですので乗せて帰るまで発車しないのでしょう。
We then headed for the train that was waiting for us.
ここは如月駅。駅の名前聞いたことない。
After I nodded to him, I took a look around. I guess the legends about this place really are true. Sayaka will be so thrilled when I tell her about it.
あんたを地獄へ連れてきたのもここからだった。
うつしおでは単なるオカルト話と思われているようですが、実際はこの通り、うつしおと隔離をつなぐいくつかのターミナルの一つ、それがこの駅なのですよ。
Kisaragi Station, a station located in Hell. There are a few other stations as well, all of which connect the hidden realm and the mortal realm. I wasn't as interested in the occult as Sayaka, but I found myself wanting to hear more. But now's not the time for that.
では、うつしおに戻られる前にこちらを渡しておきます。
Ah, the smartphone. I looked at Seiya, wanting to tell him something. As if to say he already understood, he winked at me from an angle Koyo couldn't see.
私との連絡用兼通報用です。お互いに通信もできますよ。三角麗華に狙われている以上、連絡手段として持っておいた方がいいでしょう。あとはこちらも渡しておきましょうか。
Ooh, that didn't do me so well last time. Seeing the item Seiya took out, my body suddenly stiffened.
三角麗華はもはや言葉の通じる相手ではないと、紅葉さんなら分かっているはずです。
Koyo stared at the knife, then shifted his gaze back to Seiya.
悪いけどナイフはいらない。麗華を殺す気はないから。傷つけるんじゃなく守る方を選ぶ。守るのに武器は必要ない。それを学んだから。
With that, his eyes turned towards me. Elated with Koyo's reply, a smile naturally appeared on my face.
合格です。
Huh? Koyo and I looked at each other, puzzled, while Seiya shrugged and shook his head.
今のあなた方には武器など不要。そう思っていたので安心しました。
ほんとあんた人が悪い。受け取ってたらどうしてたわけ？
Seiya didn't answer and instead smiled lightly at me.
代わりではないですが、これをお二人に差し上げましょう。
Khalifa petals? We need Khalifa petals. Yeah. Okay. As he spoke, Seiya took a small bag out from his pocket.
これはカリファの花びらを詰めた袋です。何かあった時のために持っていきなさい。今度こそ HO の威信にかけて
Ho's
あ
honor.
なた方を守ります。
On Ho's honor.
頼りにしとく。
We gratefully accepted the small bag and started walking toward the train. It would take us back to the mortal realm. Are we gonna see like crazy Reika on the train, like through the window on the outside? She's on the wing of the plane. Clank, clank, clank. Koyo and I jostled along with the familiar sound and vibration of the train, our shoulders touching as we moved along. Because this train was chartered just for us, we were the only two on the train.
From the inside, the train appeared no different than the ones I was used to riding. I wonder when the scenery out the window will change.
変な電車だよね。成見ヶ浜を走ってるのとそっくりだし。
I nodded in agreement.
まあ階段ではよくある話だよね。乗った時は普通の電車のはずなのに、行き先が知らない場所とか。
I remember hearing rumors about Kisaragi Station. How did they go again? I really should have paid closer attention to Sayaka's stories.
せいやさん曰く、乗る人間に合わせて電車の中が変わるらしい。俺たちは成見ヶ浜駅から乗ったから、あの線を走ってるこの電車ってわけ。
I see. So that's why it looks familiar. Ever since becoming a living ghost, I've had so many strange experiences. The ones in hell were the most intense by far. However, I hope this frees me from the threat of that terrible incubus. All I could do was place my faith in the god that had been protecting me since childhood. If he appears in my dreams again, I'll just have to keep my heart steady and fight him. Just as outside the window darkened, the lights inside the train began to go out, one by one.
そろそろうちよに出るから、怖かったら手握ってて。
In the growing darkness, I felt only the warmth of his hand. Then, in an instant, I was bathed in the white light of the shining sun. We returned to the mortal realm. When we got off the train, I stepped into a scene that filled me with nostalgia. I finally made it back. I still hadn't made it back to my body, so I didn't have time to relax just yet. Enveloped by the warm light of the sun, so different than the cool red glow of hell, I felt moved nearly to tears. I don't have time to be this emotional.
セナは普段ならこの時間駅前にいるから、このまま探そう。
After nodding in return, we began to look for him, but... Crazy McCrazy face! Senna's behavior pattern seemed to be different than before, and he wasn't there. Eventually, we found him near the play structure at the park by the sea.
あ、Koyo! それに...
Oh, he remembered my name just now.
よかった。無事に戻ったんだね。地獄に行ってから音沙汰なかったし、ずっと心配してたんだよ。セナ、記憶が。
Did you remember, or did what's-her-face tell you?
覚えてるよ。紅葉がストーカーと対峙したのも、彼女が怪我したのも。それに、今までのこと全部思い出せたんだ。これも紅葉と君のおかげだよ。
Yay! Senna's remembering! Me?
きっかけになったのは、紅葉が毎日僕に気づかせてくれようとしていたことだよ。
Mochi?
そして倒れて苦しむ彼女を見て、さらに思い出したんだ。
Thank you.
身を刺す痛み、意識が消えていく苦しみ、それは僕も味わったものだって。
Wait, did Senna get stabbed? I thought Senna... Oh. We thought Senna had like an illness that caused him to die.
つまりショック療法的な。うん、そうかもしれない。
Oh, okay. A shock treatment. That's sad.
二人ともいつもありがとう。遅くなってごめんね。思い出せたならそれでいい。
Senna scratched his head with a bitter smile.
とにかく無事でよかった。帰ってきたってことは治療も終わったんだよね。
About that.
というかさっきから無言でどうしたの？
Oh yeah. You don't know that my voice is missing. A sea witch took it. Just kidding, just kidding. Munchie. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Oh, I didn't read that last part, my bad. Sensing something strange about the way I was acting, Senna tilted his head. I took out the notepad and pen from my pocket when Koyo stopped me. Koyo?
今のこいつ声出せないんだ。
え？
あの時のことが原因で治る可能性はあるけど、今はこの通り筆談状態。
Before I could write anything, he looked down.
あの時もっと早くに気づいて追いかけていたら。
That's not true. I quickly shook my head to deny it.
責任の所在を問うなら俺だろ。麗華を殺すことに執着して周りが見えずにこいつを傷つけた。俺のせいだ。
It's only Reika's fault. Everybody be cool. Unable to stop myself, I covered Koyo's lips with my index finger and shook my head at him. Koyo and Senna both smiled at the gesture. I let out a small sigh and pulled my hand back.
セナ、一つ聞きたいんだけど、麗華見てない？
あれ以来会ってないよ。
He hasn't seen her?
やっぱりか。セナには HO の職員が張り付いてるから避けてる可能性もあると思ってたんだ。
Apparently she was murdering other people.
そういえばセナのことばかり気に取られていたけど、クレハさんは狙われたりしてないか？
I nodded at Koyo and tried to signal him with my eyes. Let's head to the school.
クレハさんには護衛はついてない。急ごう。
I think the likelihood that she'll have an altercation with not Kureha but Yui is very high, is my guess. Because Kureha has a sword, like, she's not gonna do that. The two of us began walking.
待って、僕も何か手伝うよ。
Oh, sweet Senna. Frantically, Senna called out to us.
事情を全部は把握してないけど、レイカちゃんが危険なのは分かってる。紅葉が僕を心配するのと同じく、僕も君が心配だから。
I could feel the hesitation and conflict through Koyo's hand.
こっちは気にしないで。セナは成仏することを考えて。麗華のことは俺の問題だから。
Oh, look how sad Senna looks. Oh. I went with Koyo to the school, but I felt the urge to stay with Senna. He looked depressed. I followed behind him with slightly more hesitation in my steps. As soon as we arrived, Yui gave us some shocking information. Kureha had been injured. No! No, not Kureha! At the nurse's office. There we found Kureha resting. His face was paler than usual.
それまさか麗華の仕業？なあ、その娘で間違いない。刃物で切りつけられてしまってな。
So this was Reika's fault too.
悪い、巻き込んで。気にするな。腕をかすっただけだ。あと少し休めば問題ない。多分俺がクレハさんと付き合いあるって知ってて狙ったんだと思う。
それは違うわ。あの女はこの学校にいる幽霊を手当たり次第傷つけようとしていたのよ。そこへクレハさんが止めに入って。
そこまでは良かったんだが、相手は幽霊といえど女性。刀で応戦するわけにはいかなくてな。
No. You coulda. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
ユリが駆けつけてくれたおかげで事なきを得たというわけだ。
Apparently, Yui felt no hesitation in pulling the sword from his scabbard and attacking Reika with it. Nice! Yui! I wish we could have seen that. That's our girl.
もう少しで仕留められたというのに逃げられてしまったわ。
She almost beat her?
あんた、ユイさんって言ったっけ？生前は剣士でもやってたのかよ。
まさか。生きている時、習い事の一つとして剣術を少々やっていただけよ。
あの身のこなしにまとっている覇気。少々やっていたものの腕ではなかったが。
Whoa. I guess Yui has some pretty incredible skills.
あの女の目は異常だった。 殺そうと言わんばかりにね。ああいう相手には少々の手荒さが必要よ。あの女に襲われた幽霊はこの校内だけでも複数いるわ。その誰もがあの女から同じ言葉を告げられたそうよ。恨むならあの女を恨めと。
Aw, dang. That's rude. My name?
恨みをあなたに向けて精神的に追い詰めようという魂胆でしょうね。
中にはお前を逆恨みする者も出てくるだろう。
My body shuddered with an abnormal amount of anger.
あなたが紅葉さんから離れればよし、あるいは居場所がなくなった果てに悪霊化してもよし。そうすれば彼が自分の元へ戻るとでも思っているのかもしれないわ。まったく吐き気がするわ。他人を犠牲にするような愛情は異常以外の何者でもないのよ。
A wraith? How horrifying. Lost totally in ego and delusion. A mad spirit cursed to walk the earth forever. A chill ran down my spine. I'd been scared many times before, but this might have been the first time it was to this extent.
俺にはレイカという娘自体が悪霊化してきているように見えてな。
そうなれば厄介だわ。今でさえ攻撃性が高いというのにもっととなると。
The look on Koyo's face was one of pain and grief. Yui lowered her face and began to murmur with great difficulty.
自分のせいで周りが傷つく辛さは私も多少なりと覚えがあるわ。私はその時何もできなかった。見ているしかできないまま気づけば全て終わっていた。
Yui?
紅葉さん、あなたは私のようにならないで。
Yeah, we know her story from the other playthrough. Everybody in the school got murdered because of her dad. Most everyone in this
あ
school.
なたはまだ間に合う。まだ後悔するには早すぎるわ。
Koyo tightly clenched his fists. He had said that he had no intention of killing Reika. And yet, I felt nervous and touched his shoulder.
あんたが考えるようなことはしないから平気。
It's gonna come down. Somebody's gonna have to murder her. She's. You can't reason with the unreasonable in this world.
ただどうすればみんなを守れるかって考えてるだけだから。俺も手伝おう。あの時は不意を打たれたが今度は油断せずに。何言ってんの。クレハさんはそのまま休んでいて、これは俺の問題だから。
Koyo, quit making this only your problem.
でも手伝ってくれようとしてありがとうなあ。
Again, just like with Senna, Koyo hadn't changed at all. He was still trying to carry the weight of everything all on his own. As we searched for Reika, we decided to walk around the city for a while. We were able to speak to some of the spirits that Reika had attacked. But she still eluded us. At my suggestion, we took a break on the outskirts of a nearby shrine. The silence is painful. After leaving the school, Koyo seemed to be deep in thought. He rarely spoke on the way, and when spoken to, his replies were absent-minded. I should say something. I wrote on my notepad, but tore it up. That wasn't right. Then Koyo let out a small laugh. As I was writing frantically with my pen, Koyo peeped over with a wry smile.
なんか気の利いたことでも伝えてくれようとしてんの？
Yeah, but... Feeling apologetic, I nodded slightly.
ありがとう。でも大丈夫。落ち込んでるわけじゃないから。
Koyo took my hand that was holding the pen and wrapped it around his.
ただちょっと迷ってたんだ。あいつと対峙してどうするかを。
I gave his hand a gentle squeeze. With my free hand, I began writing to him slowly. Koyo, do you remember what you said to me when I was feeling lost about what I should do with my future? You said I should start by trying to learn about medicine if I wanted to talk to my mother.
あんたの言いたいこと、なんとなくわかる。麗華に向き合えって、そういうことでしょ。
I nodded, and Koyo continued to speak as though he was deep in thought.
麗華を敵視するんじゃなくて、麗華の側で考えて行動すれば、
I don't know about that.
もっと違った未来があったのかもしれないな。大事な人たちが傷つかない未来が。
I think she's too far gone for that. But you know what? This is the good ending. We'll see.
俺はあいつのことを異常だっていう目でしか見てなかった。
And then she murdered you. Gosh.
That made sense, and I began to worry if I had said something unreasonable. But Koyo seemed to contemplate my suggestion very seriously. I closed my notepad and placed my pen down. That was the only advice I could give. All I could do now was wait and see how Koyo responded to it. After a long silence, Koyo let out a big sigh. Then he looked up to the sky as though some of his worries had been cleared.
今度こそいい未来になるように言葉をかけないとな。
When I nodded enthusiastically, he looked back at me, a troubled smile on his face.
誘い出す方法についてだけど、あんた反対するかもな。
What do you mean?
せいやさんが言ってた通り、俺たちの周りには HO の職員さんたちが控えてる。この状況だといくら麗華でも警戒して出てこない。だからせいやさんに連絡して一旦全部解除してもらう。
I don't like it. I understand what he's trying to say, but
麗華の警戒心は半端ない。多分完全に俺一人になんないと。
what if,
来ないと思うから。
hear me out, what if we just kiss a whole bunch? And then she'll just be consumed with rage. And then she'll try and murder us. Again. Then Koyo took out a jet black smartphone and began tapping away on it. Yeah, Green Yoshi. A different lure.
一人になった時点であんたと通話をつなげっぱなしにしとくからさ。それなら少しは安心でしょ。
No. That would not make me feel better. Well, listening to you get murdered.
俺を信じて見守っていて。
I trust you, but it's too dangerous. It's too dangerous.
It was too dangerous. I shook my head to tell him these things.
そんな顔させたくないからこの提案だったんだけど。これしか方法はない。お願い。分かって。十分に気をつけるから。
Okay. Even if I wasn't totally convinced, all I could do was nod my head and go along with his plan. Later, having finished discussing our plan, we immediately contacted Seiya. Seiya, worried about Koyo's safety, was initially opposed to it. But after Koyo persuaded him, Seiya reluctantly agreed to keep the security at a distance. And then, as the sun set and night fell, so far, no sign of her. I watched Koyo as he walked alone. I hid in the bushes at the park. From this distance, it was hard to judge his expression. Although I occasionally glanced around, I saw no sign of anyone resembling Reika or the HO staff. That made me slightly anxious. They are here, right? As I struggled with this anxiety, feeling my shoulder being tapped from behind, I suppressed a scream and spun around. Behind me was Senna, who was looking troubled.
ごめんね。驚かせて。僕だよ。セナ。どうして一人でこんなとこに？コヨは？
I hesitated for a moment whether to explain to him what was going on, but then I remembered his sad, lonely face from this afternoon. Sorry, Koyo. With my notepad and pen in hand, I explained the situation to Senna. I understood Koyo's feelings of not wanting to worry him. I used to be the same way. But I knew that if I told him nothing, it could only lead to more misunderstandings, like what happened with Sayaka and me. By the time I finished explaining everything, Senna's face had stiffened.
あのストーカーを誘い出すのに一人でおとりになってるってこと？
When he read my words, Senna's brow furrowed as he mumbled.
僕も行くよ。紅葉には自分の問題だからってあの時言われたけど、やっぱり親友が危険なのに何もしないなんてできないから。
Seeing Senna's determined expression, a wave of anxiety hit me. What if Senna encounters danger?
あ、言っとくけど断られてもついてくからね。
His tone was light and playful, but his eyes held a strong resolve, and a bitter smile crept up on my face. He was right. Senna was just as worried about Koyo as I was. Then, while hiding and barely breathing, we followed behind Koyo.
僕がついてきてるって知ったら多分紅葉は怒るだろうな。
We'll just let him be angry.
そんな顔しないで。僕自慢じゃないけど紅葉に怒られるの慣れてるし。
I certainly wouldn't be proud of that.
昔を思い出すよ。学生時代とか僕は無茶ばっかりしてその度に紅葉に怒られてたから。今回無茶してるのは紅葉の方だと思うけどね。
When Senna observed his friend's back, he let out a sigh of relief.
思えば僕はいつも紅葉に助けられてきた。生前もこうして幽霊になった後も。だから今度は僕が恩返しする番だと思ってる。
And that's gonna help Senna cross over. He's gonna be the hero to his friend. Let's do our best together. With that sentiment in mind, I raised my fist towards Senna. He lightly bumped his fist with mine.
と雑談はここまでだね。そろそろ海沿いの道に出る。この先は隠れる場所もないし、ここから見守るしかない。
I nodded and glanced toward Koyo, ready to jump out at any moment. I held the smartphone in my hand, bracing myself as we listened. Ooh, okay, Koyo perspective. Let's go. I crossed through the park and reached the beach, then stopped to listen to the waves. I was using myself as bait. If Reika really was obsessed with me, she wouldn't be able to keep herself away. I even tried to take back back roads with lots of trees to make it easy for her to hide. Yet I reached the end of the park with no sign of her. Is it possible she didn't notice me? I find that hard to believe, though. If so, I would have to change my plan. Just as I was thinking these things, as if to blast my fears away, I heard her eerily bright voice pierce the air.
レイカ。
レイカに会いたくて全部振り切ってきてくれたんだね。嬉しい。夜空大好き。
I let out a deep sigh and did my best to speak calmly to her.
レイカらしい考え方。どうして俺の気持ちを決めつけんの？
決めつけっていうか、そうなんだもん。夜空は自分の気持ちが分かってないんだよ。
分かってる。俺はあんたを好きじゃないって絶対的に言える。
Oh, dang.
違う。夜空はレイカを好きなの。夜空はそうじゃなきゃいけないの。夜空は。
そっか。よく聞いてたら気づいたってのに。
Yosora, huh?
知ってるはずなのに絶対に呼ばないよね。本当に俺を好きなら本名で呼ぶだろ。
After hearing my words, her face fell and her eyes wavered.
夜空は夜空だから。
呼んでみて。俺の名前。俺のこと何でも知ってる風なのにまさか本名を知らないわけないよね。住所まで調べ上げたのに贈り物の宛名も夜空だった。 どうして俺を本名で呼ばない？
やめて。
夜空は俺の一部だけど、俺は夜空そのものじゃない。
やめ。
あんたの言う夜空は
Reika screamed, her hair flowing wildly in the wind. She grabbed me firmly by the chest. All right. Time to murder this girl. Far off in the distance, I saw the glimmer of Reika's raised knife. Senna, no! I grabbed Senna just as he was about to dash out from our hiding place.
どうして？
I frantically shook my head and kept pulling on his arm. We have to trust Koyo. We just need to watch over him. We can't interfere. Otherwise, all of this would have been for nothing. Clinging to Senna's arm, I bit my lip hard.
コヨを信じろって。
His gaze moved back and forth between me, ready to cry, and Koyo, who seemed unfazed by the knife.
わかったよ。ごめん。きっと僕よりもずっと君の方が辛さに耐えてるのに。
Senna grew silent and relaxed his body.
でも本当に危ないと思ったら次はためらわず飛び込むからね。
Nodding to those words, I let go of Senna's arm. Then, I turned back to watch Koyo and Reika. Their conversation was audible to us from the black smartphone. Ooh, we're getting a Reika viewpoint. Crazy, crazy, crazy. While my hands trembled, I glared at the man in front of me. This man who claimed to be Yozora, yet he wasn't Yozora. I know, Green Yoshi. I was not expecting this. I have to make my voice crazier. I don't think I can. Dang. I don't need someone who isn't Yozora. Yeah. It's like, why are you playing like Betty White? You need a Snickers. But what if this isn't Yozora? Should I stick this knife in him and be done with it? Oh gosh. No, thank you. Yeah. Oh, no, but exactly. What is it? Ban. Jerry Z99. All right. There we go. Done. Dumb. Okay. Get Saribot? Okay. I'll do that. Yeah. I thought I had some kind of protections. Okay, I appreciate that, Green Yoshi. Yeah. Yes, I will take that recommendation for sure. My fingertips are cold. So cold. I'll be alone again. I'm so alone. Oh, she about to turn into a wraith. A girl raised without hardship. As long as I could remember, that's what they said about me. A wealthy family, good grades, graced with good looks, and good friends. No doubt many looked upon my life with envy. There was just one problem. I'm crazy! No, I was just kidding. Nobody saw the real me. My parents were vipers. They were the type of parents that would give everything for my success. And so, because they gave everything, I had to give up my freedom for their dreams. Every minute of my life was scheduled. Every test needed a perfect score. Every friend was hand-selected. Each of them clung to me for my family's wealth and status. Living in such a pampered and prepared environment filled me with rage. I wasn't some pawn in their game. I wasn't interested in being their perfect little doll, perfect in each and every way. What? I wanted someone who saw me for who I really was beneath the mask. I thought about it every day. It wasn't until junior high that everything changed. I needed someone by my side. I'd always wanted that, and then I met him. Around that time, when my parents weren't looking, I started watching videos online. It started with someone I met on social media who told me about this one channel. I wasn't really interested, but I watched the videos just to try and fit in with the others. The people I met online didn't see me as Reika Misumi. They saw me as just Reika. Whenever they would delete their accounts, I was always left feeling empty and alone. Then, one day, a live stream popped up in my recommendations. Without thinking much, I tapped on it. There, I found a boy telling scary stories. A boy named Yozora.
レイカさんかな。コメントありがとうございます。
He wasn't very good at talking yet, and he didn't have very many subscribers. It was on a whim I sent him the comment in the first place.
なんでオカルト配信を、難しい質問来たな。認めてほしいからかな。俺の体験してるもんは本当だって。まあ、自己満でやってます。
Wanted people to accept me. He too just wanted to be accepted. Because of that sixth sense of his, he'd always been seen as strange. Yet despite their sneers and their stares, he never gave up wanting to be seen. We had a strange kind of kinship, him and I. So I started watching his live streams. At first there weren't many viewers. He responded to every comment. I continued to send him little gifts as support. I worried he might stop streaming without them. The number of subscribers gradually increased. I felt a terrible mix of joy and anxiety. I told him how he could continue to boost his channel. I was nurturing Yozora, helping him grow. What am I doing? Oh, this is Wraith talk. I used up the allowance my parents gave me to send him little gifts. To get even more, I played the good little girl they wanted me to be. It made me sick to act like that, but they rewarded me with money. And I could use that money for Yozora. After all, I was the one who raised him. I raised him how I wanted, in other words. Then, somewhere along the line, things changed between us. I know, still crazy, yeah. Even as his subscribers increased and my comments began to get buried, thank you as always. The way he talked to me was different than how he talked to the new fans. They're surrounded by perverts, yes. She's like, I made you what you are. It's like what is it? What band is it? Is it Talking Heads? I don't think it's Talking Heads, but it's it's a don't you want me, baby? Because like there's a part where it's just like he's like, I made you who you are and I can take it away anytime or something like that. I was special to him, and that made me love him even more. Surrounded by perverts, I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. We're on the finale. We're actually from Crazy Girl's viewpoint right now, which is different. I was not expecting that. How old is he? Where does he live? The way he responds to my comments is special, right? Of course it is. It has to be. We were meant for each other, after all. I hate it, like my parents did. clawed at my hair. I dug my nails into my scalp. As a ghost, no blood escaped me, and yet... Yeah, surrounded by perverts. This is a good voice actress. Yeah. It's intense.
レイカ。おい、レイカ。
偽物を追い出してあれが本物って言ってよ。
何言ってる。夜空は俺だけど、本来の俺じゃないんだって。違う。
本物は夜空なの。私が育てた理想の。
Then, with a crack and a bang inside my head, I heard the words of someone I knew. I wasn't some pawn in their game. I wasn't interested in being their perfect little doll, perfect in each and every way. Oh man, did she murder her parents too? Are we about to like get the whole rundown that is just like, there's no... I wanted someone who saw me for who I really was beneath the mask. This has to be a joke, right? I did the same thing as my parents? No, that's not right.
夜空はいる。紅葉なんていない。夜空。私の紅葉。
なんだこの黒い霧は。
Ooh! We need to call in the big guns. While Senna and I were watching them, Reika's voice, utterly changed, echoed through the smartphone. The black, eerie, mist-like substance seeping from her body in the distance left Senna and me speechless.
何あれ。
I don't know, but whatever it is, it isn't good. In an instant, I sent a message to Seiya. It was then that I remembered. I had the Khalifa flowers with me. I pulled on Senna's sleeve and mouthed the word, Khalifa.
君、声が。
Even I couldn't believe it. I took a deep breath and tried to speak again. Khalifa flower! Yell! I pleadingly handed Senna the phone. Senna took it and immediately began to shout.
コヨ、聞こえてる？カリファの花って彼女が。
I looked at Koyo. It seemed like my words had reached him. I saw him take out a small bag with the Khalifa petals and press it into Reika's hands.
しっかりしろ。あんたにはきちんと罪を償ってもらわなきゃなんないんだから。
Ho, officers! Senna and I all hastily raced over to Koyo's side. She looks like me. No! Surrounded by parents. No! She crazy though. But I see it. I see it. She got twin tails. I got twin tails. I'm a little crazy. She a lot of crazy.
カリファを持たせておいてよかった。遅れてすみません。
いや、俺がわがまま言って遠くで見張れって言ったんだし、せやさんや HO の職員さんは何も悪くない。
そう言っていただけて。
Seiya moved for his staff to take Reika, and they promptly pulled her away.
彼女の罪状、そして 執行されるであろう刑を聞きますか？
うん、いらない。俺はもう終わらせられるから。これで恨みとか完全に断ち切れる。
本当によろしいのですか？あなたはこれで元の体に戻れますか？
最後ごめんって言ってくれたから。
His expression was truly relieved. And then Koyo softly spoke to Reika as she was being carried away by Ho staff.
駆け出しの時いつも配信見に来てくれてありがとう。
That's a very class act of him to say something so nice.
そこにどんな思いがあったにせよ支えられていたから。それだけは本当だから。
Until you stabbed me and set my apartment on fire. With that, he let her go.
ご協力していただいたこと、HO 東日本支部の大監修を務める者として深く感謝いたします。
Following Seiya's example, the rest of HO bowed deeply.
皆撤収。お二人ともあなた方の人生がさまざまな彩りであふれるよう願っています。
せいやさんありがとうございます。
I handed over the smartphone I was holding, then took a slow breath. Thank you. Thank goodness, my voice. They both looked at me with surprised eyes. Look how freaked out they look, actually. They're like,
声が戻ったのですね。本当によかった。
いつ？
Just now, Khalifa Flower told Senna. Although my voice was still struggling to make sounds, I had a feeling it would soon return to normal.
そっか、そういうことだったんだ。
長いはできませんので申し訳ありませんが、これで失礼します。
As we watched Seiya leave, I heard Senna speak to us with a puzzled tone.
あのさ、こうよ。今のって、さっき、あの背の高い人が言っていたのって何？
ああ、俺生きてるらしいんだよね。セナに言うの忘れてた。
Seriously? I can't believe he didn't tell Senna that yet.
それなら、早く元の体に戻らないと。ほら、君もだよ。
Chop chop!
Hey, Moichi. I don't need that. Don't poke at me.
I had a feeling Senna would say that.
はあ、よかった。彼女だけじゃなくて、紅葉も生きていたなんて嬉しすぎるよ。
Oh, look how happy he looks for us. Koyo responded with a crooked smile, but said no more. Oh. Right after that, Senna pulled us both along to the hospital. The Koyo we found in the hospital bed was still quite pale, but he looked to have more blood in his face than the living ghost.
セナに引っ張ってこられるとは思わなかったんだけど、前と逆じゃん。
紅葉本当に生きてるよ。死んでるみたいな顔してるけど、ほら、ちゃんと息してる。
With that, Senna pressed his ear to Koyo's chest, searching for a heartbeat.
気持ち悪いから離れろ。てか、自分見てんの変な感じっていうか、奇妙っていうか。
As someone who's experienced it too, I know what you mean.
それじゃあ、体に重なって。あ、戻るんなら元の体にその霊体を重ねなきゃ。
Is that how that works? Wait, is that how you do it?
うん、わかんない。でも、イメージ的にそうなのかなって。
こんな時までボケかますなよ。
That's just so Senna.
冗談はもういいから。俺、まだ戻る気ないし。
Ah, that's right. He wouldn't return to his body until Senna crossed over. Koyo said something like that before.
記憶 戻ったから知ってるよ。そうなんじゃないかなって思ってたんだ。そんなの嬉しくもなんともないからね。僕の心残りはこのうつしおでいつまでもアイドルをしていたいってこと。
だってそれは。
公園に僕を訪ねてきてくれるファンがいる。幽霊であっても僕をアイドルとして見てくれるファンが。その子たちがいてくれる限り僕はアイドルでいられるんだ。求められ続ける限りはね。だからもう少しセナでいさせてよ。この心残りが満たされるまで。
それなら俺はそれまで待つ。悪霊化するとは思ってないけど、万が一ってこともあるし。
はあ、僕って信用ないんだな。
Oh,
親友を信じられないの？
that's Seno's so sweet.
Would you leave it, please?
In response, Koyo stayed silent. A complicated expression was on his face.
Okay, sorry. Mochi needed my attention.
それにね、紅葉がいつまでもそばにいたら楽しくて成仏なんてしていられないって。このままの方がいいやって思うじゃない。お願いだから元の体に紅葉の人生を取り戻してよ。
Koyo continued to remain silent. Just then, the door opened, and an older man entered the room.
先生。
Oh, it's their teacher. So he told a story about a teacher that inspired him to like tell his story, like who believed in ghost stories too. And so all three of them were close.
学童に通ってた時の前に話した人。
The two of them looked with stunned amazement. The man went up to Koyo's bed, his expression softened.
少し顔色が良くなった気がするな。と言っても時々しか来ていないから気のせいかもしれないね。今も君が残してきた配信を見る時があるよ。セナ君のライブ映像なんかもね。
The man let out a small sigh. His eyes slightly wavered.
君まで行かないでくれ。セナ君の分まで生きて人生を楽しまないと。
Oh, that's very sweet.
ずっと僕らを見てくれていたんだ。
Oh. Koyo left the hospital room.
Mochi, one second. I'm gonna sort her out real quick. Mochi, what? My baby. Give me that donut. Give me. Okay. It's fine. No. Lay down, please. Lay down, Mochi. It's okay. Leave it.
ごめん。僕はもう少しここにいたいから。こういう。
Okay.
I silently followed.
Mochi, no ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna close the door on her. Mochi. Yes, Mochi.
I silently followed along after Koyo, merely walking behind him. Then suddenly he stopped.
セナが入院してから先生から久しぶりに連絡もらってさ、会ってたんだ。俺が落ち込んでるんじゃないかって心配してくれて。
Stopping mid-sentence, he sighed. As I took Koyo's hand, I noticed. He's trembling. I let go of his hand and wrapped my arms around him instead. There was no need for words. I just wanted to be close to him. Koyo slowly put his hands around my back, returning the embrace.
目覚まさないとな。
It was the thoughts of others that connected us. No doubt the reason he'd come to this conclusion was because of Senna.
やっと追いついた。
I jumped in surprise to find that Senna had followed us out here.
先生、花を生けていってくれたよ。僕の好きな黄色い花。
With that, Senna looked directly at Koyo.
ねえ、こうよ。僕を心配してくれるのは嬉しいけど。でも、
俺がマジで死んだ時確かめるから。ちゃんと成仏してるかって。
Surprised by Koyo's sudden change of heart, Senna's eyes widened. Then he smiled.
よかった。生き返るんだね。
その言い方だと死んでた人みたいなんだけど。
Good. A real smile. And Koyo's decided to return to his body. I'm still a little worried about Senna, but I trust him. Ah, that's right, Senna. I have something for you. I took out my bag of Khalifa flowers.
あ、これってレイカちゃんに使ったやつだよね。
Yes. Please hold on to it. It will protect you.
ありがとう。嬉しいな。紅葉がいなければ感動の抱擁してたよ。
I mean...
おい、さっさと元に戻るぞ。
結構やきもち焼きなんだね。これは新しい発見だ。
Aw.
ムカつく。配信再開したら恥ずかしい過去暴露すんぞ。
やめてよ。それだけは本当に勘弁して。ごめんなさい。
No, tell us the story! Just then, I felt a gust of wind and a rustling sound from the ground. Ah. The last piece of my career survey laid at my feet. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. As the two chatted away, I picked it up off the ground. It is mine, after all. I combined the pieces of the printout from my pocket with the one I'd just picked up. Finally, it's complete. Looking at the printout, I traced the blank space with my finger. When I get back, I'll write my own dream on this line. I was still anxious about it, but knew that I could stay positive. I felt a warmth spread through my chest. I think it's almost time. Intuitively, I knew it was time to go back. Koyo, Senna, I saw a faint glow in my body. Seeing me, the two of them looked surprised. Senna quickly took my hand.
二人とも僕に付き合ってくれてありがとう。
I didn't do anything.
たくさんしてくれたよ。君の存在は僕の毎日を変えてくれた。
Oh.
紅葉は長い間ずっと僕に気づかせようとしてくれてた。君がいたから僕は心を病まずにいられたと思う。
これで終わりみたいな言い方すんな。死後の世界があるって分かったし、また会える。そうだろ。
楽しみにしてるよ。見守っているから。守護霊的な意味で。
それいいかも。
二人とも僕の分まで人生を謳歌してね。
Me too. Just then, Koyo's body began to shine like mine.
体調戻ったら駅前に昼の1時ね。
I'd heard him say that to me before. Okay, it's a promise. When I woke up the next day, my life would be waiting for me. But at the same time, I knew it wouldn't be the same life I'd left behind. My vision grew white, and yet I still felt his hand in mine. I will hold his hand again. I will. With the thought of seeing Koyo again in my mind, I gently closed my eyes.
ねえ、結婚して子供が生まれたらセナってつけてね。
Cheeky Senna! Just before our pleasant goodbye, Senna dropped that bomb on us. But, in a way, it was perfect. That's cute. Aw. That's super duper cute. And maybe that's how he passes over, because then he gets to be resurrected. Aww. Don't worry. Ending credit song, and then there'll be more story. Oh.
見せないで触れられない届かないあなたのそばで救われる私は変わらないのですいつまでも続くようなこの時や優しさが時に悲しく心を揺らすのです見えるはずのなかった瞳の雲少しずつ見つめることができるのだとどこまでも追ってくる不安や悲しみはありもしない現実も見せてくれる
Woo! When did that happen? I don't remember. I don't remember getting a kiss. I don't remember getting a kiss. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. All right. More story. More story. Shortly. After that, I woke up and returned to my everyday life. Shrinks, grows. Yeah. Sometimes if I move in my chair, the camera just sometimes picks me up and doesn't. Mochi, stop working. I thought Koyo was in the same... I'm going to put her out again. I tried to let her back in, but didn't work. Mochi, come on. Mochi, go to bed. Lay down. Lay down. You heard this game is similar to Homicipher. I don't think I've heard of that, but I'll take a look. I thought Koyo was in the same hospital as me, but I wasn't able to find him. After I left the hospital, I visited the front of the station countless times. Looks like he's not here today either. It was just past 1 p.m. Maybe he didn't wake up? Or did something happen to him? Just then, my phone rang. Looking at the screen, I saw it was an unfamiliar number. Huh. Who? The game where the fandom made the creator quit? Oh no! I didn't know that. That's terrible. One sec. I debated ignoring it, but answered the call with trepidation. I felt a chill run down my spine. It was definitely a call meant to scare me. But that voice... I tried to slowly turn around, but before I could... Hey! Oh! Cute! We're in street clothes.
待たせた。
No! Look how cute! Look how cute! Koyo?
人前でこんなことすんの、これが最初で最後。会えなかった
Oh
分
my gosh.
ちょっと
Sorry,
忘れて
Mochi's acting up again. Hold on.
I'm almost done, Mochi. No. Down. Thank you.
Okay, Mochi does like him. She's like, I want to see. Down. Down. Stay. His words scared me a little, but hearing his voice filled me with joy. You made me wait too long. I went to your hospital room and you weren't there.
検査とかリハビリとかあって回を変えられてさ。あんたのとこ行きたかったんだけど、いろんな人が見舞いに来てくれて行ける状態じゃなかった。
Yeah.
Stop, Mochi. Stop.
I had a ton of visitors too. Well, I'm glad.
安心した。
Yes, super relieved. I was worried something happened.
ごめんね。でも、もう離れないから大丈夫。
In both actions and words, the distance between us made my heart beat faster. I was filled with joy. But how did you find my number?
さやかって子。あんたの友達が俺の SNS に DM してきてさ。
Oh boy.
無事なら連絡してあげてって。
Oh, she DM'd it. I thought she just, yeah, she doxed you on my stream. Sayaka? Our friendship hadn't changed. Oh, gee. Stop. Down. Down. Go on. Stay. Leave it. Our friendship hadn't changed, but she had decided to move forward with her own path. Thank you, Sayaka.
すぐに連絡しようと思ったんだけど、壊れたスマホしか持ってないし。で、今日の午前中に新しいの買って、その足で来たってわけ。俺の番号登録しておいて。
Of course. Of course, I won't name you spam. I'll save it as Mary Mary. I teased him back for scaring me earlier.
あっそう。ならあんたのことはメリーさんの助手って入れておくわ。
Aww. Don't do that. I thought back on those. Sorry. 1 second. I'm gonna put you in the bathroom, Mochi. Just real quick. We're almost done. She's just a little antsy, but we're almost done. This is the last bit. So I thought back on those mysterious days. The days when I met someone so important to me. There were scary things too. Things I wouldn't be able to forget. All those things had changed me. They made me the person I am today.
それじゃあ行こう。会えてなかった分、あんたに飢えてるから。覚悟して。
You bet. So began the start of our new life together. Together, no matter what. Ah. No kiss. No kiss. Come on. Although, I gotta say, it's very nice that we get to be alive at the end together. So,
right, all right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Surrounded by purpose. With our kid.
想像もしてなかったわ。また人生が始まって、隣にあんたがいて、よくできすぎていて怖いくらい。これから新しく作っていこう。俺たちだけの道を。あんたと二人なら何でもできそう。
No. Yeah, godly ending. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We have lots of smooching that can occur now. I don't have to wait until the afterlife like the first playthrough. But yeah, we done did it. Yay! That was a very interesting playthrough, I gotta say. There were a lot of unexpected things, and so yeah. Awesome. Well, now we gotta figure out next time who I'm gonna do a playthrough. I guess it would be, let's see. Yeah, I gotta figure out option purple. That's a good point. Yeah, we could do purple. Yeah, okay. Good vote. Because you know what, we did encounter him in this playthrough, but it's such a just barely scratching the surface, and it's so different compared to, like, we have a ghost in the school. We have, you know, like, we have Koyo's route, which, you know, living ghosts, and so yeah, grape soda. Had to purple him. Yes, grape soda. Sounds good. Okay. Well, that makes me excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see what his playthrough will be like. So yeah. All right. Well, thank y'all so much. I really had fun with this. I'm really enjoying 9-Rip, and so I'm looking forward to playing through more of it. So yeah, thank you guys for coming and watching me and hanging out with me. I'm glad we got to experience that together. My next stream is tomorrow on Iriam. We're doing Study Buddies Japanese. So yeah, I'll look forward to that. And then opening. Yeah. But actually, it'll get really loud in a second, so maybe we won't do that. But yes. So Iriam tomorrow, and then Green Yoshi, I will try. I should be able to stop by towards the beginning of your stream, so I'll get to say your pulls and stuff like that for Caleb, I think. But yes. Thank y'all so much, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Okay. Night. Bye. Yay! Yeah, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yay. Okay. Bye.